For all of you folks that are going to join us on the replay, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, hit that alert bell, all of those good things for us. And as always, leave us a comment. We'll give everybody a little bit of time to come in. This is just one of our regular pop-up live streams. I'm trying to make some coffee here. It's some of that insurance coffee because it's kind of chilly outside in our part of the woods today. This is not the 3-in-1 Filipino coffee. This is some American, like French vanilla powdery stuff. It's not good at all. Doesn't seem to have much of a flavor to it. So, but it's here. I didn't want to make a pot of regular coffee, so I thought I would try to make a small cup of this. We had some kind of a big explosion and fire happening here in the last few minutes somewhere around us. I saw the smoke in the sky coming from my northwest, but I don't know. I was trying to check the news feed a little bit to see what's going on with it. We're not very close to it because by the black smoke was getting to us, the black smoke, it was starting to thin out, and so I know it's probably a ways from us, but I'm not for sure what's happening. But I got a feeling that it's a pretty big either explosion and or 12 people in the house. Thank y'all all for being here. If you guys would give us some thumbs up and drop me a chat, let me know who's all here. We love having everybody here. I'm making coffee for everybody. So if you like a little free coffee, I got it. If you need answers to your lifelong questions, I got them. If you want to see sexy women on a live stream, I got them. If you like to see dogs, I got them. So I'm not for sure where the explosion was or the fire. I'm not for sure what it is because I haven't seen anything come through on the real news. Is there even a such thing as real news these days? But the clouds we're pretty far from it. But it has to be up in Bentonville, I would think. Letitia Crockett, hello to you. Thank you. How are you? Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for dropping the chat. I think it's always good, no matter what, to have chat going on. I'm happy to entertain anybody's chat. Scott Smith says hello. Hello to you. Making a little coffee. How are things going in your world? Lakeisha, Scott, how are things in your world? Thank you for the thumbs up as you guys come in. It looks like we had a bunch of trolls here a second ago, but they ran off. A lot of the trolls don't like my channel. I don't know why. PGN11 is saying hello. Well, hello to you. Thank you for being here. How are you? PGN, how are you? Where are you from? How's your weather? My weather's cold. Scott, how I am doing? I'm doing all right. I got a backache. I've been having troubles with my back, so I'm trying to baby it so it gets better. But on that, I'm all right, man. Gonna try to warm up with some coffee. So Scott, you're doing good? All right, man. And Scott, where are you from? Young Filipina Bai in the province is here. Hello to everybody. So you guys make sure you say hello to her. And Miss Bai, say hello to everybody in the chat. You got Lakeisha, Scott Smith, PGen, all hanging out with us. We got a few other in the background, but right now they seem to be a little shy. Maybe they're shy of my beauty. I don't know. So, but yeah, I'm trying to find out what exploded or caught on fire around us. I just don't know yet. It's really far from us, at least 5-10 miles. But I saw it on Facebook a little bit. I went outside and saw that we were getting remnants of the fire, the smoke, the dark black smoke. So, but thank y'all for the thumbs up. I still haven't figured out, if anybody doesn't know, why trolls don't like me anymore. So I think they're hurting my feelings a little bit. I got to check this. I'm going to pull up the news and see if I can find out. Now, is there something going on? I just don't know what it is. There we go. They're finally starting to report on it. It's an industrial fire. It's a large one. I know the facility. Mark Industries, which is a recycling and waste management. Oh, man. I'm going to tell you the skinny on this one. People aren't going to like this. We're going to have a bunch of conspiracy theorists who's going to tell you why the waste, I mean like chemical waste, and the waste facility, the recycling facility, has caught on fire and burned almost down to the ground. Waste facilities have a proclivity for burning down. And as an old environmental person, Mike Commission, how are you? Good. I like your hat. Thank you. Thank you very much. I like my hat too. I got lots of hats. I love hats, watches, and tropical shirts. Did everybody say hello to everybody? Make sure you do that. It's only the kind thing to do, and to give a thumbs up as you come in. So we definitely have a large industrial fire that's happening right now. And it just so happens, if you Google, search, look around, and listen, you're going to find that Tomb of Horrors, well, learn English. If you can't understand it, learn it. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I hate to say it, but that's your problem, not mine, man. But what we're going to find is, but thank you for being here, Tomb of Horrors. I hope you give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't done that. So, what if I can understand English? What if I can't? What if I can speak German? What if I can do this? What ifs, what ifs, what ifs. The world is full of what ifs. Only if, right? No. The only language I speak, and I speak it poorly, is English. So I don't speak any other language except for English, and I'm shitty at that. So there you go. But if you guys look around the history of things, waste facilities, what am I drinking right now? Instant coffee. Just I don't know, kind of like a caramel mocha instant coffee type crap. It's not really good at all. But it's cold here, so I thought I'd warm up a little bit. What are you drinking? I got a feeling you've been drinking. What are you drinking? So you're going to find nationwide, worldwide, might be a shock to you how many waste facilities, recycling plants catch on fire and burn down. And even a stranger or more interesting little tidbit about that, my friends, because we have one burning in just a few miles from my house, is they like to burn down when they're full. You never hear of an empty or almost empty waste facility that burns down or catches fire. It's always because they're filled to the max and they were just getting ready to get rid of the hazardous waste. Tomb of Horrors says, I've had nothing to drink, sorry. Wow. Well, I think my wife tells me I should drink, water. I drink a little water. I hate water, but I drink water because it makes me a little happy. So, might I suggest to you, have some water. Seems like they do got the large industrial fire under control here. But it just seems strange to me how that always works out. Tomb of Horrors, where are you from? Are you ready for Halloween? Is that kind of where you're going? With your name change? But it's a beautiful day here otherwise. Mm-hmm. It's cold. Well, you're from Russia and you say it's cold. That's funny. You're cold and hungry in Russia. Well, don't know what to tell you. There's people that are cold and hungry everywhere. Even in warm weather climates like the Philippines, there's people that are cold and hungry. So, I don't think I think you're in good company. There's a lot of outstanding people in the world who find themselves in that very particular place. That's it. Shit happens, bro. Bro, shit happens every day. Sometimes for people, multiple times a day. It's the way the human body works, if you didn't know. But just tell you. I encourage you to embrace it, recognize it, be happy about it, and just see how things go, man. So, there you go. I don't know what I had. Oh, I had a chicken sandwich today, if that helps you. I made some Thai-inspired chicken breast in the oven, and then made a chicken sandwich out of it. And I had a banana. And I gave my dog, there's a nice chicken breast left over. My wife took some to work. Go lay down. Go lay down. And so I gave them the last one. I always like to give my dog the food, Our dogs deserve nice treats. 7 people in the house. Drop us some chats. Let us know who's here. And thank you for the thumbs up. Tomb of Horrors has sent some money over to us. 249,000 million euros. I'm assuming $2.49. Thank you for that. It's not necessary, but it's always appreciated. It's absolutely not necessary, but it is appreciated. Oops. It's ever think I have. Everything, you mean, everything, not think, with a G. So that's like your entire worth, net worth is $2.49. Well, buddy, I hate to tell you this, you're shit out of luck, you know. The only good thing is you're in good company with people. I know a lot of people all over the world that doesn't even have that, you know. So sometimes we got to be blessed, or we got to feel blessed with what we have, and we have to do the best we can with what we've had. But thank you very much for the super chat. 9 people in the house. Let's see who else is in the house today. Give us a thumbs up as you come in. Drop us some chats. Dennis, how are you, buddy? Super Pack and all, and Queen, Queen Bye was here. I don't know if she's still here. She may be just waking up. By the player. Dennis, if you didn't see it, our little friend from, stop, go lay down. From Russia just super chatted me, $2.49, all the way from Europe, or from Russia. So we have to thank him very much for that. But you can always be worse. Craig is here. Craig, thank you, buddy. Good morning. How are you, Craig? We appreciate you. Missed you. Haven't seen you in a while. Well, since last week. So, Mark is in the house. Thank you for being here, Mark. Well, yes. Yeah, that's why I'm in my kitchen. You guys want to see? Oh, you guys saw on the live stream all the stupid Halloween decorations. Yes, I'm hanging out in my kitchen. I mean, we'll get some warm weather. We will. But regular fishing has turned off. So we may have to go up to the White River and do some trout fishing because trout don't care how cold it is. So, but yes, fishing has kind of ended for me. I'm going to try to take you guys on some outdoor trips. I'm going to try to take you guys looking in some areas this winter. And I'm going to get warmed up. I'm going to mount you to my mobility scooter. And I'm going to drive you around looking at shit. So, Mark, so yes. But fishing is kind of from now on. Dennis is saying hello to the great CP, an alien buster. That's right. And Craig is saying, Dennis, good to see you. We had a bunch of trolls in here at the very beginning, and there was like 20 or 30 people in here. So they had to be trolls, but I guess they saw my beautiful face and ran away. I don't know. I just can't get any trolls. Man, I don't have any fun in life. We had a large explosion here to get you guys new caught up. So give us some thumbs up, everybody, if you haven't. We got 8 in the house, 4 thumbs ups. So we're missing a few. We had a large industrial explosion, literally just a little bit ago. And I went outside and the smoke was coming this way. And but I knew it was a few miles from us because the black smoke was turning more into gray clouds. So I knew it was a ways from us. So I Googled and looked it up. And one of our local waste management facilities, recycling centers, is on blazes. So I was telling them, here's the key, what a lot of people don't realize. You know, me being an old environmental guy, somebody who trained people in hazmat, right, was very aware of what's going on in that little world. It's shockingly surprising to me how many recycling facilities burn to the ground. You know, you see them all over the country. Recycling centers have a tendency to burn to the ground. they have a tendency to burn down to the ground when they're full. And they're just about ready to pay a hazmat company to come in and take possession of the hazardous waste so that it can be disposed of properly. They seem to catch on fire though. Now this takes 3, 4, 5 years for them to stockpile. Yes, Mark, I am. I need to buy an outdoor scooter. Well, actually, I would be happy if I could find the 2 scooters I need. Sorry. If I could attain the 2 scooters I want, because I don't, I guess, need them, but I want them, then I'd be happy to give mine away to somebody else. So I need or want one that's conducive for airplanes and cruise ships, because we do travel. And then I need one that's conducive for outdoors, that can handle, has shocks and stuff that's designed to go into the grass and simple dirt and gravel is what I need. So, Craig, that's it. That's it. So, not our first time in this part of the country to have this happen. And this was a subject matter that I taught, and I know a lot about it. I'm not in the game anymore, but I can tell you why they burned down. Because what happened, and now this company will file bankruptcy, and then another one will pop up in its place. Because what happens is they take in all of this waste, all these recyclables from other places, and people will pay them to do that. But then they got to dispose of them, right? That's going to cost that facility millions upon millions of dollars. And they don't have it because they spent everybody's money, because they bring the money in, they store everything in warehouses, and they wait for 2, 3, 4 years or until the place fills up before they do anything about it. And then it burns down. And then they go into bankruptcy. We've been part of this. I was actually part of one of these. I was not only a teacher at the college, but part of my job was proper waste disposal of all of our chemicals at the college, all of them. So I'm very, very aware. And when the first couple, what I wind up doing to keep our college out of trouble, because we were dragged into the lawsuits, luckily I had all my documentation improved. Nope, we paid them. Because the government wanted to come back and say, okay, community college, we saw that you had some stuff there, so now you need to pay us because company ABC didn't dispose of it properly and it burned up. Like, well, wait a minute, we paid them. And I got a receipt from them telling me that it was disposed of. Because under law, a waste chemical company, if you give them a hazardous waste to dispose of, part of the paperwork is when it's disposed of, you get a receipt showing where and how that handler, the company, disposed of that chemical. And I had all of mine. So when I got dragged into the meetings and said, no, sorry, here's mine. Okay, well, thank you. But I stuck around and listened. So I know how this works. The sad thing is they're going to file bankruptcy. The government's going to come in and pay the bill to clean up the hazardous waste, which means all of us taxpayers. And then they're going to turn around and just start a new one under a new name and do it all over again. But you can make hundreds of millions of dollars taking in waste and recycling and never get rid of it. That's a great American scam, guys. So I am absolutely positive that they will come out in the next few days saying, yeah, they were filled to the brim. They were at capacity. They were in the process of disposing, because they're going to try to sell it. And we all know this is a scam. They're going to try to sell it. Well, it's safer if we don't dispose of small amounts and we just wait and put all like waste together, and then we will dispose of it all at one proper time. Yeah, but you never do. You set the freaking facility on fire, you ass wipes. endangering the population around you, polluting our air. So anyway, that's your big news today. Craig, did I ask how are things in your part of the world? So Mark, I hope that answered your question. I'd be happy to get rid of the one. I'd be happy to give away the one that I have if I can get some replacements for it. And as soon as I do, I would be happy to give that away to somebody. We paid $1,000 for it in the Philippines. Now you could buy them brand new off of Walmart.com. The same one, 600. You know, Walmart.com has hooked up with the Chinese scooter manufacturers, and they're now offering them at a not a horrible rate. So we got 7 people in the house. Give us drop us a chat, ask us a question. Tell me what you think of my hat. If you like my hat, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like my hat, well, tough. So, but it's been an easy going day today. I'm on drugs. Not a lot, but I am on drugs. Just thought I better. Let me give you guys a what do they call that? A disclaimer. Tonight's episodes are all brought to you by Guy on Drugs. Craig says, good, nice today, 27 Celsius. Do some gardening. Wow, nice. Well, you know what happened, Craig, because Craig's married to a Filipina. Yesterday, we got issued a frost warning, for the higher elevations. First one of the year. But my beautiful wife, when she got off work at midnight, comes and wakes me up, says, do you know we're under a frost warning? And I'm like, yes, I know. She's like, well, we got to get the house ready. You got to find the dog's winter clothes and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I'm sleeping, right? Michael's here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in, my friend. We appreciate you. Good to see you again. I hope you enjoyed our Halloween decorating live stream. We will be doing a live stream of the whole party on the 26th, so that might be entertaining for a lot of you guys. So I got up this morning. Lorelai had the cabinets on the exterior wall in the master bathroom open because I told her a long time ago, if you get a really deep freeze here in this part of the country, I'm talking about negative zeros and the wind chills are up, that I like to open the exterior cabinets on the wall so that the heat from the house can just get up and around the pipes and it helps keep things warm throughout. We didn't get below 36 this morning, and she had the cabinets open. And I'm like, I think we're a little premature for that. We're not going to be freezing at that. Michael, how are you doing? What's going on in your part of the woods? Tracy says, yep, I did get all of the lemongrass and freeze it. I didn't know you could freeze lemongrass. How do you freeze the lemongrass, Craig? I didn't know you could freeze lemongrass. Because we waste lemongrass because they don't get around to using it, so it dies and or it just rots in the refrigerator. So tell me what you're doing to freeze it, because I want to know. Because I waste a lot of money on getting more fresh lemongrass that goes to waste. I didn't know that. Cisa Short is saying, hello, young man. I don't know who he's addressing. If he's addressing me, I'll take it. I'm not young. You can see the gray. I may look young in the lights of the kitchen, but I'm not young. But yeah, Craig, that's interesting. Cisa, how are you doing today? How are things going in your part of the world? Appreciate the thumbs up. We already had somebody from Russia, he said, or Germany, I think it's Russia, give us a nice super chat. Wasn't that kind of him? Hopefully you guys can still hear me and my beautiful face will come back in a second. A lot of times we have found when somebody calls you and you're doing a live stream on an iPhone, you get a glitch. So I think he's leaving a message. So Craig says, I just clean it up about 15 centimeters, 6 inches, put it in the freezer bag. Lasts for a year. All right, I didn't know that, Craig. I did not know that. I'm trying to get you guys back. So give me a second. Come on. My wife is doing great. I am the one who's not. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of weird on the iPhones. If somebody calls in, it kind of messes up everything else going on the iPhone. So let him go to message. And how are you, Sisha? How are you? I'm going to try that, Craig, because we burn through a lot that just sits in the refrigerator and dries out and rots. So from now on, when we buy it, I'm only going to give her one stem, and I'm going to clean it and put it in the freezer so that we don't keep wasting that. Because lemongrass here is expensive. It could be, gosh, $1.99 for about 4 stems. So it can be a little pricey here in this part of the country. So, yeah, my wife is okay. I send her to work. I send her to go make those big bucks for me. She's my sugar mama. I put her to work. So, she's gonna bring home the bacon. She's gonna bring home the bacon. So, yep, I'm trying to get my back in better shape today. I got a feeling it'll be better by Friday, maybe Saturday. When it happens, usually takes about a week to get back into okayness, I guess. So, but yeah, that's what's going on here. Big industrial fire. I'm taking more drugs than normal. We've got a live stream tomorrow night. We got the big we had more Halloween decorating to do. My wife is really enjoying herself trying to experiment with these homemade DIY projects, do-it-yourself projects for Halloween, and not so good, not so good. She is a good person. You know why she's a good person? Can anybody tell me why my wife is good? I can tell you why. Number one, she puts up with me, so that's probably the best thing. Yeah, let me check real quick. I got this popping up on my iPad. Hang on, let me look at something. It's about the fire. I'm wondering if anybody's dead. Right now they're saying everybody got out. That's another way you know that it's a setup. If nobody dies in the facility, then it was done on purpose. Just telling you. We've been there and done that. So, Zisha, you have a wife? Is your wife a good person? Or a husband? Boyfriend, girlfriend, dog, whichever? Are they good to you? My dog's barking. Sometimes I feel like I live in the Philippines. My one dog is mouthy. She talks back to you. If you tell her don't do something and you get on to her, she'll go, you know, she'll shut up like barking. She'll stop and then she'll go and run off. Like, I'm gonna bark one last time just to show you I'm the boss. And then she runs off, so. But right now it doesn't look like anybody is dead. So I think that's a good thing. They do have the fire under control, so I'm not gonna have to evacuate my home, which is a good thing. I get to stay here. And just trying to watch the news a little bit. It's partly one of the reasons we bought in this area was we don't have any waste management facilities around me. Huh. You can freeze ginger. Now that kind of makes sense, but are you cleaning the ginger first and processing it? Or are you just taking a chunk of ginger with the skin on and throwing it? Are you vacuum sealing it? Or just literally putting it in the freezer in a Ziploc bag? Or what are you doing with the ginger? Because there's times that I've actually pureed it and put it in little cups and froze them, and I didn't get to them. They got freezer burn. So one thing I saw on one of the channels was you can kind of like make a grid out of a bag and put them in there and then freeze that. Zisha says, I'm going to go for a 4-week visit to Uzbekistan. Nice. Have fun. I mean, it's the only thing I don't know anything about the place, but all I can say is have fun. You know, if you're going on vacation. Young Sanders in the house. How are you, my friend? How are things for you in your part of the world? How did you have a good day at work today? I was telling them we just had a big explosion here, and an industrial waste plant is burning. So kind of watching the news feed to see what's going on. That it looks like they got the fire under control. I told everybody earlier that I'm sure it's set on purpose. So, dude, either way, you can clean or slice the smaller bags or large clumps, nearly $30 a kilo. Holy crap. Yeah. Yeah. So you grow enough for a year, yeah. We don't grow any ginger, but we probably should. We've done it, we just don't. We don't have a very long growing season here. But sometimes our Asian stores, they like us, so, you know, there's times that they might slip us some extra or not weigh it all. So, but we waste a lot of ginger. So I'm going to do that too, trust me. We buy it and it sits in the refrigerator and dries out. Sanders says, I just got off work. They kept me busy. Nice. Well, I don't know. I always like being busy at work. How about you? That way it makes the day feel like it's going by faster. So that's what I like. But on the opposite side, it kind of makes you more tired sometimes if you're really busy. Buttercup is in the house. Buttercup, how are you today? Thank you for the thumbs up as you guys came in. Appreciate that. I know you guys have already subscribed to the channel, so thank you. Buttercup. Buttercup is what I tell my wife. You better suck it up, Buttercup. I wonder where that saying came from, but I tell her all the time, and she's complaining about something. Well, just suck it up, Buttercup. Buttercup is doing good. Excellent day. Excellent. We're happy for you, buddy. What's on your agenda? What's on your agenda? What advice can you give me? Maybe we'll do that. I give a lot of advice out. If you guys haven't noticed, I seem to give a lot of advice. People ask me advice, I give advice. What advice would you give me? Let's see if anybody has any advice for me that would do me some good. You love the live streams? Well, I appreciate that. I really do. Today I'm a little tired. I'm on some muscle relaxer because I hurt my back, tweaked my back. It's a chronic thing, not an acute thing, a chronic thing. So I'm kind of suffering through it. So I'm probably not as bright and smart as normal. But I thank you for that, Buttercup. I really do. It means a lot when people like my stuff. Zijan says, new fishing and hunting now. Okay. Yeah, fishing season's kind of over for me. It's too cold here. The fish have gone to sleep. We may do some trout fishing later this year. Trout, if you don't know, are cold water fish. They don't care what side the outside temperature is. But freshwater fish do. Normal freshwater fish, they go inactive during the colder months. You can still find them if you know what to do and how to do it. But it's not as easy at pre-spawn or spawn or even summer fishing. So so we won't go that much anymore unless we go up and do some trout fishing. I don't hunt. There's no way I could go out in the woods and walk around and do all that, so I don't hunt. I don't mind people that hunt. It never bothers me. I just don't hunt. So, but yeah, today's y'all's day to give me some advice. I'm looking for advice. What advice could you give me? What advice would you recommend? So, 'cause I've been giving out a lot of advice lately. So, but yeah, we work hard on our YouTube channel. We try to grow it. We try to help others grow. I think it's important in the world of YouTube that everybody tries to help everybody out. Oh yeah, the hunting days are, well, yeah. My hunting days are over because I got married. Yes. Man, remember the rule of my house is, as far as my wife is concerned, I never even met a girl, saw a girl. I didn't even know what females were before I met her. That way I don't have to answer any questions about past women. I just say, I didn't even know they existed before I met you, man. And that's the honest truth. That's just the way it is. Yep, no more hunting. Yep. She keeps me on my toes, Craig. She's trying to. Yeah, I'm serious, Craig. I mean, that's what I finally got to the point after because you know how the jealousy thing is with Filipinos, right? Like, oh my God, how am I going to? Because, I don't cheat. I'm not one of those type of guys. It's never needed to, never wanted to. So it's just not my nature. So, but, first few years of that jealousy, Jesus Christ, it can test you. And I'm sure Sanders knows what I'm talking about too. I mean, they can really, really, really test you with that jealousy crap. So I came up with the conclusion, I didn't even know what women was until I met her. But we'll see. Her jealousy's gotten better as we age. She's gotten better. She really has. And I got to give her credit for that. Unless somebody looks at me. I mean, I got in trouble in the Philippines every other day because somebody would walk down the street and a girl would walk down the street and look at me, and I'm in trouble. I'm like, I don't know how the hell that happened. I wasn't even around, So one time she had a girlfriend who went through a breakup and was all sad and depressed and miserable and doing that whole, oh, woe is me, I'm so ugly, no man will ever want me type of shit. And she came to me and said, "Can you cheer my friend up and tell her that she's a good person and that men would like her?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm going to regret this." So I came in and sat down and I talked to her friend and I said, I know it seems horrible now, but you know, um, there's nothing wrong with the way you look, and so it's just relax and calm down. A couple of days later, she's yelling at me because I said that her friend, even though she told me to, even though she told me to. Sandra says, "I lived that life." Yeah, you haven't been married. You're still under the 10-year mark, so you gift me now. I don't know what you mean by that. Expand upon your words. Oh no, her idea, your problem. It was her idea. She came to me and said, "You got to make her feel good. Tell her that men find her attractive and all this shit." And I'm like, so I guarded my words. I never used it. I never said you're pretty, anything. I guarded my words and my sentence structure. And I still got shit 2 days later. Wow, you didn't have to tell her that. I'm like, you're the one who told me to do it. So I don't do that anymore. I don't know what to tell you. When they get in fights with their husbands or boyfriends and break up, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I have nothing to say about anything. I have no opinion. Craig, it's like this Halloween decorating stuff. She drove me crazy today, and I'm not feeling great today. She kept driving me crazy because she's trying to build a new Halloween prop. What do you think? What do you think? And I know that if I tell her what I think or how to do it, she's going to yell at me and go, "No, that's wrong. No, I want to do it this way." Well, then why did you ask me in the first place? You know? So I have a rule. I just don't tell her how to do things because I know it ain't, one, it's not going to do any good, you know? So I'm like, I don't know. You're going to have to figure it out. Maybe look it up on YouTube. They only hear what they want to hear. Amen to that. And when they want to hear, they heard it, right? I mean, when it's good, boy, their ears, they hear everything. They can be 20 miles away, and if it's something they want to hear, they've heard it. So, so I have no input on the Halloween decorations. I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know what Halloween is. It's just easier, dude, to plead dumb. I don't know, man. I don't know anything. I don't know. But if it makes you happy to build a chandelier, build a chandelier. Well, how do But what do we know? We're men, right? Latex costume? Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. What color do you like, Craig? You like the white ones, the black ones, or the blue ones? I've never seen a red one. So, man, and it must be some thick latex to get zippers in them, right? But we are having a costume party. Apparently, the girls are giving away an award for the best costume. So, you like the black ones? Craig, they're just too shiny for me, man. I like shiny things, but those are just too shiny for me. So they're having a costume party. They went and got some kind of a prize or something. And I don't know how many of the women that are coming here are going to dress up. I know she said that the majority of them are going to. So we do. It'd be interesting because there's a lot of different ones coming. This out on the 26th. Oh God, I like to tell you about this one particular one that I find strangely disturbing, but I can't. God. So, Craig, I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know who's going to be the judge either. I don't know what they figured out. I don't think I'm the judge. I would be happy to bow out of it because I have to wear a costume because my wife is making me. We have matching costumes, like matching pajamas or some crap. I don't know what who's going to be the judge. Maybe they'll do a blind judging, like, everybody gets a number and you vote for the one that you like in the box. I can't be the judge because if I don't pick Lorelai, then I'll never get a moment's peace in my own house. And if I do pick her, then everybody else would hate us because I picked my wife. So I don't know. Maybe during the live stream on the 26th in the evening, they're about 6, I think is when it starts. I'll start showing a video and I'll start asking that question. Let me know which costume you think is the coolest. Maybe I can get y'all's input on the costume situation. So Jack is woken up from his slumber in the Philippines. He says, yo, yo, yo ho, and a bottle of rum. So I don't know who's going to be the judge, but maybe I can get votes from the audience, you guys watching the live stream. You can put in the chat who you think should get the costume. And just don't pick the prettiest girl, guys. That's going to get me in trouble. Pick the costume you like the most. And there's going to be men here, and they have costumes. Well, yeah, just have 20 prizes. Well, they're the ones that came up with it. Lorelai told me the other day, oh, this friend is went out and got a grand prize for the, and I'm like, oh, shit. Sounds like this is starting to become complicated. Craig, Jack is saying hi to you. Everybody say hello to Jack. Jack say hello to Sanders and everybody else. Craig, bunch of people in here watching. And do a poll. That's it, right. I'm going to try to do a poll. You guys are going to have to, help me out if you watch the live stream. Yeah. But I don't know. It should be interesting. I hope it goes well. I hope nobody steals my damn pork belly. That's what I hope. But I'm not making pork belly, so they can't steal it this time. So, and there's going to be a couple other small YouTube channels here. People that have started doing YouTube around here. We know some people that do other YouTube stuff. Jack says, Greg. Jack says, yo, Sanders, what you up to? So it'll be interesting. They're working on the food. They're going to be making, is it Dinagon stew, the blood stew? Is that Dinagon stew? The blood stuff? So Craig's dropping a link. I saw your video the other day about the poverty, Filipinas in poverty. Craig's dropping a link. You guys check all of that out. So they're making all kinds of stuff. And Lorelai asked me yesterday, well, what's in the ingredients in a deviled egg? And I'm like, oh my God. Just Google it. Because there's so many different people that make deviled eggs so many different ways, and everybody thinks they're right. So, Young Sanders says, I'm driving home listening to the greatest talk show in the history of the world. I'm also, Dennis, if you're in the background, I reckon, I found that book you recommended to somebody the other day. And so I'm going to download it in my Amazon audio books and listen to it, thinking of driving home and listening. So, yeah, Dinagon is nasty. I wouldn't touch it. I love liver, but I'm not touching that. So they're making a big pot of that. Yeah. Craig, my thoughts on that, because I kind of in the same boat. I've done some of the free AI stuff on my channel, and I have a software program that I bought a long time ago that gives me updates. I paid for it in full versus like a monthly thing, because I don't like that. And I mess with the IA, but what I'm coming to realize, or I think is going to happen, is if you buy some of it, then they're going to charge you extra for every little freaking thing in the world. They're going to keep adding as technology grows and learns, and they share it with you, but then they're just going to keep jacking you up. So my thought on it, I'm not going to buy an AI package for a while. I truly want them to kind of get it figured out to where what they're going to sell me. And if they got enough of a product in the AI realm that I like, and then I'll purchase then, because I don't want to have to keep spending $3.99, $9.99 on an update to get a little bit more AI shit. So that's where I'm at on that. That's my thought on AI. Now, we did buy some stock in AI companies. So I encourage you guys to do that. I do think AI takes a lot of effort. Yeah, I think if you can keep it in date for 2 months, you're a miracle worker. I mean, I think it goes so quick, it's unbelievable. So that's kind of where I'm like, no, I don't think I'm going to buy it. I'm just going to wait it out and let a base package get to where I'd be happy with that base package. And then I'll buy one. I'll buy an add-on base package. But right now, my Filmora that I use for all of my video editing has upgraded, and it gave me some free AI tools, and I use those. And then, of course, the other thing I like about it, if I go to their website and I watch a couple of their videos, if I take some of their little classes, they give me free credit points to buy more AI stuff. So I have like a fund, an AI fund, that if I want to do some AI stuff without buying it, I can tap into this little bank that they've given me for doing things that they want me to do. Go watch their crap. And so I kind of do that. And it works, but it's not easy. It's not easy. I think sometimes it takes me longer to do the AI stuff versus just going to the internet and stealing a bunch of stuff off of the internet. But I think it's good. I wish I had computer skills. I wish I had that type of background, that I understood all this weird stuff so that I could get into it and take advantage of it. Because I do think if you're smart, you could use the AI to create a separate channel that could rake in some money. Even though you got to now announce that it's AI, I still think they pay you. I'm assuming an AI channel could make money on YouTube. I don't know why YouTube wouldn't want it to, because if you're making money, whether it's AI or real, YouTube doesn't care. YouTube doesn't care about anything but making money. But I've done some thumbnails, because I don't do thumbnails very well. My thumbnails all suck on my videos, but I've done a few thumbnails where I've typed in what I want the AI to create, and then they give you a choice of images, and I take that. And then I also did the speech or text to speech thing where you type in what you wanted to say, and then they will create a video out of that. So I had them do that one time, and that was cool, but I didn't like the video clips. So I went back into my files, found video clips that I liked better, and cut and paste and dropped and transferred all of my own video, most of my own videos, where their video was, and took them out. So if you're talking about traveling, I didn't want their video of traveling, I wanted my video of traveling, so. If it mentioned Wiener Dog or Dachshund, it came up with a generic picture of a dog. So I would stop it and take it out and put a picture of my dog in it. that's what I've been doing with that. So, yes, 3 minute shorts are now happening as of today or yesterday. I've been trying to create more shorts giving relationship advice. It's it's been fun. I haven't. I need to sit down tomorrow. What I've been trying to do with those, and I'm out of them now because I just need to do more. I like to sit down and do 4 or 5 of them at a time, and then just upload them and make them unlisted, then schedule them to be released. So I'm not really doing one every day. I'm putting a bunch in my bank, and I got a bunch of topics I'm going to do those on, and so I've been trying to do that a little bit more. But I still have some more videos I want to do about the Philippines and relationships. About whether, are there any good Filipinos left? Does your wife want to live in the U.S.? Or there banking, other stuff that we've done in the past, but just kind of bring a new spin to it. But some of the 3 minute shorts now should help with some of that. So if you have a shorter than 3 minute video or topic you can do, I think that's a good way to do it. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, to see if I can get that under control. And it's like I'll probably sit down tomorrow. What it will do for me, Craig, is I will sit down tomorrow and work on some shorts to get in my bank, but I won't have to stress over 3 minutes or 1 minute or not. So that's what I like about it, because I've gotten trained to try to make little statements and ask questions in a minute or less. But now I can just be a little bit more comfortable. And if I only go 1 minute and 15 seconds, well, that's good for me. So I'm not going to try to do the 3 minutes. I'm just going to not worry about having to be done at 1 minute, because that's what I'm always watching the clock on my phone when I do them. Where's the clock? My 59, 58 seconds. Where am I at? So that's what I'm doing with that. So. The interesting thing I thought of though, Craig, is on the 3 minute videos. Yeah, exactly. More flexibility. What I question though, Craig, is this, guys, if you're listening, it sounds great. 3 minutes to do a short, and I think it is great. But what I'm really curious about, all these girls that are trying to dance to music, to a song, and be all sexy, hot and sexy like me, are they going to try to do it now for 3 minutes? Because that's a long dancing. That's a lot of work, right? A lot of physical activity to get up there and shake your booty, shake your money maker for 3 minutes. I wonder how they're going to do it, or they're just not going to go the full 3 minutes. So that's what I wonder there. Lee Chin Mesa, yeah, you got Nightbot it because you had too many emojis. You can only do up to like 3 emojis. So you're welcome to be here, and thank you for that. Just, you'll be back on in a couple seconds. Just use only 3 emojis, or otherwise Nightbot will not let you post what you're trying to post. So not a big deal. Just try not to use more than 3 emojis in one posting. So, but I'm happy you're here. Very happy you're here. So yeah, I don't know what the dancing girls are going to wind up doing now. Or maybe they'll just be like me and be okay. Hey, we don't have to worry about getting it done in 1 minute. I can shake my tatas for a few seconds longer, Yeah. Okay, Craig, you're right. You're right. I didn't think about that. You're right. Unless they're doing it live. I mean, I don't do my shorts live very often. Because I never can be that lucky to catch something good live. So you're right. I guess you could loop it. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Craig. Good point. See, I knew there's a reason you were you're on the show tonight. So, I can't see doing that for myself. I know people don't want to hear me go on and on for 3 minutes, even though it's been an hour and 5 minutes. So, Le Chin says, I thank you. I'm just posting about the issue to uncover the facts. No worries. You have questions? We have some experts in the house today. There's some YouTube experts here, subject matter experts on many topics. There's an expert on being handsomely gorgeous wearing a hat. That's me, by the way. So we have a lot of experts in the house. And if you want facts, we can find you facts. They may not be accurate facts, but we can get you facts. So that's how I do it. Put time in, love it, but no one else does. I know. That's what sucks. You know, unless you're a hot, sexy girl, or let me take that back. You're either a pretty girl, sexy girl, or you're a girl that looks like you're going to give it away, or that they could become a membership to your channel for, and get to see. You know, you got to be pretty for this. This is what a lot of the female channels don't understand. Is if you're willing to let guys do all the creepy stuff with you, they don't care if you're good looking or not. They're going to tell you you are. Look at me in my eyeballs. You're not. You're not pretty. They're just screwballs, creepers. Okay? Massey, I'm not Australian. I am an American. The last time I checked, I was an American. Do I look Australian? A lot of people say I look German, you know, and there's reason for that. So, a lot of people say that I look like the most handsome man on the planet guy. I don't know who that is, but I get that a lot, you know. But no, not Australian, American, born and bred. I'd love to go to Australia one of these days. So yeah, that's what I feel bad for, guys, with these female channels that are out there trying to shake their moneymaker or trying to make money with their moneymaker. They got all these guys lying to them, you know, but maybe that's what they want. So, Massey, are you Australian? Are you, since you mentioned that, are you down under too? And if you haven't given us a thumbs up, please do. And say hi to everybody. Say hi to Craig. Craig has a channel. Tate Sanders has a channel, so say hi to reach out to them and support his. So do that. We got a lot of good people in the house. We've already got some super chats tonight, which is shockingly good. So, exactly, Craig. I just feel bad for them. I guess I got to quit feeling bad for them because it doesn't really matter. They don't, man, they don't get men. They don't understand men, do they? So, but I see them over the years. They get their egos pumped up, right? Their heads swell, and then their bubble bursts, and they go, well, what happened? You know, I built my house, you know, I built this house on how much men loved me. But wait, you're telling me they don't really love me? They just want to see me naked? And when I won't show them that I'm naked, they don't come around anymore. Wait a minute, I don't understand. But they all told me how much they love me and how beautiful I am and how wonderful I am and how I'm the next savior to the men. Wait, what happened? I don't understand. You know? Yeah, all right, fine. I'll give you a T shot. I'll give you a side boob shot, you know? So, that's my thing. I feel sorry for them. But hey, it's one way to do business, right? YouTube is a free enterprise. I guess if I could do it, Craig, I would too, right? if people would pay to see me without my shirt on, I would take my shirt off. So, yeah, that makes sense. So, I'm happy to shake my moneymaker too, baby. Woo, just ask. You guys want to see some of this hunk of burning love, you just let me know. You can message me in the private chat, and we can go into a private. Do they still have private rooms and chats? A niche for all. Go for it. That's it. Do they still have private chat? Wasn't that a thing back in the day when you were talking to people, a group? You could go into like a side room or something, a side chat. What was that? Was that like on a forum? Or I thought that was a thing where you could set up a separate chat room and invite the perverts into it and have your way there. I can't remember. Is that not a common thing anymore? Or did the YouTube membership thing take that over? I don't know. But we have our membership activated. Elect who sees it? Yes. Yes. Well, I got to work on my memberships. So I got the cheapest one because, I really don't have anything to offer. And I can't find any of my nude photos anymore. So, but I thought about, so I think one of my membership is like 99 cents or something. So then I'm going to create the other one for $99, right? And I'm going to hope people get confused. And then they clicked on the 99-cent one, and they really click on the $99 one. So what do you think of that, Craig? I mean, you guys think that's a good plan? I think it might work. I don't know. Confusion, right? Right. Right. But wouldn't that be funny, though, Craig? I mean, I think it'd be kind of funny. If people, I don't know. But I guess if they didn't have $100 in their account, it probably wouldn't go through, though, would it? But you never know, man. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that tomorrow, Craig. That's well, maybe Friday. Because today's already Wednesday. Can you believe that? But get them for a month. Get them while you can. I can't say that my grandmother's died again and ask for a sponsorship. Somebody sponsor my dead grandma. She's been married. She's been dead for 20 plus years. My retired life too is in the house. Gary, good morning. How are you there from the great lands of the Philippines? We hope you're doing well tonight, my friend, or this morning, my friend. Craig is saying hi to you. Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in there. Gary, how are you? How are things? Raining? I got a feeling there's a 50% chance of raining in the Philippines. So, but yeah, 'cause when I was a supermodel, I had all kinds of nude photos of me that I could sell, but I don't know where they went, Craig. So I can't put those on my membership thing. So I have nothing to offer. Nothing to offer you guys, sorry. Unless you want to see a live show. Isn't that what OnlyFans does, is live shows? Isn't that what that is, kind of? I don't know. So, my dog just went, trying to go outside and check things out for us. Gary says, well, it's probably going to rain sometime today. Short rain, storm. All right. We haven't had any rain in my part of the country in months. I mean, we haven't had any rain in at least 6-7 weeks. We are in drought territory. We've had grass fires off of the interstate from cars and all kinds of things. They will turn up at the wrong time. Maybe they're already on the internet somewhere. Maybe TMZ has them, right? And they're waiting until I run for office to bring them out. So maybe that's what it is. Or when I hit the lottery, they're going to expose me. So hard, but it doesn't last. That sounds like most men, right? Rains hard, but doesn't last long. Maybe that's a Jack thing. Jack, are you listening? Are you playing your video game? Maybe, Gary, are you talking to pick on Jack? Are you talking about Jack? It rains hard, but doesn't last long. I bet you that's what all the women say. It just doesn't last long. But we need rain here really bad. We had an industrial fire today, Gary, waste treatment facility. But we've had some grass fires along the interstate, which is rare for us, and we've had structures burned down. Craig says, "Oh, you think he's going live now?" Well, good. Oh yeah, he's doing his gaming. He's doing a gaming live stream. That way he can be naked and nobody will know. You got to head to the bank today for an 8-minute walk, but you may stand in line for an hour. That's what's funny. It might only take you 8 minutes to get there, but you may stay there for an hour waiting in line. Craig says, "Nope, 2-hour wait, Gary. So you might as well pick up some Jollibee on your way. And well, you still may wait an hour at the ATM. Make sure it's a real ATM." Edgardo, sir, hello from the Philippines. Well, thank you for being here. How are you? What part of the Philippines are you from, and how are you doing today? Thank you for the thumbs up as you come in. If you didn't, let me remind you to do that. If you subscribe to our channel, that's greatly appreciated. We do have memberships and super chats, but if you'll just subscribe, that will make me happy. What part of the Philippines are you from? Are you in? Your title there seems familiar. Okay, so you're from Luzon, Angeles City, where the hookers are. I am Army. Are you U.S. Army or are you Philippine Army? Because I don't assume anything, so and I can't see your icon, it's that tiny. I can't tell what you look like or anything, so don't be offended by that, whether I ask if you're U.S. or Philippine Army. Nice. That's excellent. How do you like being in the Philippine Army? And if I can ask a deeper question, because now I'm curious, you'll find my channel has a lot of curiosity. What kind of benefits do you get if you retire from the Army or in the Philippines, or for being in the Army? Do they have like in America, we have it at Veterans Administrations, to where health care is provided and some other benefits. Does the Philippine Army have any of that stuff? Craig says, "That's good, Gary. The fact that all you got to do is wait in line for an ATM." I need to get a shirt made for all of us, right? Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should make a shirt for everybody and give it out saying, put a Philippine flag on it and just put ATM and see if anybody knows what I mean. Yes, sir. So you can tell he's in the military because he's saying, "Sir." But that's interesting. I've never met anybody. I knew a couple of police officers when we lived in the Philippines, but I never met anybody in the Philippine Army. So I'm very happy to meet you. Like I said, thank you for subscribing and thumbs up. So that's cool. Oh yeah, Jack is playing a video game is what he said he's doing. So are you stationed within the country then? I guess you're not overseas for the Philippine Army. So I got a lot of questions now, man, about the Philippine Army. Is the Philippine Army stationed in other countries? I wonder. Do they have, outposts in other countries? It's interesting. Now I'm real curious. I'm going to have to do some research. Definitely concerned about China. Craig's asking you, though, Edgardo, how you feel about China, or are you concerned about China? I know as an American, I'm very concerned what China's going to do to the Philippines. So I don't know. When we were in the Philippines, I asked that question to people, hey, are you worried about China? And they're like, well, and I got this non-answer answer, like, no, not really. And I'm like, well, why not? They're like, well, what are we going to do? And I think for a lot of them, it's kind of like we have bigger worries how to buy food and groceries and live versus getting through the thought process of dealing with being invaded by China. My Retired Life 2 says everything is very convenient for walking to bank, health clinic, dentist, 2 pharmacies, mall, grocery stores, very convenient location. Outstanding. Well, that's good. Now, there may be certain meds that you need that you might have to plan ahead on. So it's kind of like we had a hard time finding baby aspirin. And one, they didn't know what that was to start with, so I had to explain to them what I was looking for was 82 milligram aspirin. And it took us a pharmacist to finally track some down for us. Our friend is in the house. Hiya to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. How are things in Argentina? Next to the baby oil, yeah. Is there baby oil in the refrigerator in the Philippines? I almost asked if there's baby oil in the refrigerator. Is there baby oil in the Philippines? OnePlus says, hi, Grandpa. I'm not for sure where Grandpa is, but let's all say hi to his grandpa. So hello, Grandpa, from OnePlus. So we hope your grandpa is doing well. Pray for Diddy? No, I don't do that. I don't pray for people. I think people ought to pray for themselves. Sending prayers to Diddy? Well, you can do that. That's the great thing about being a human. You can do whatever you want. I'm happy for you. I think you just go for it. You might want to write him some letters, tell him how much you admire him, tell him how much you support him, and that you hope that he is found innocent. Those things, besides prayers, should probably cheer him up and make him feel good. And then if you want to send him some extra baby oil, I guess you could do that too. So that's what people need when they're in prison or jail, is letters of hope. Thank you for the thumbs up there, OnePlus. I know you did it. Diddy is innocent, he has kids, and goes to church. Well, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for Diddy. Craig, I'm with you there. I don't know who Diddy is. But I'm happy that he's wanting to support Diddy, right? I think it's a great thing. So I think if you got somebody that you want to support, more power to you. I think it's great. My Retired Life 2 has a great channel. If you guys haven't subscribed to his, please do. I take the 80 milligram low dosage here. Same here. Is it 80 or 82? Doesn't really matter. It's only 2, but I'm just curious now. I was even able to get Sensodyne toothpaste here. Boy, I bet you it's expensive there. Maybe I will have a problem finding my prescription meds. You may, but they may have all. That's one thing we did when we went there, because I'm on a lot of meds, right? Is that my doctor gave us a lot of alternatives, and we searched the Philippines and saw that if this did happen, that happened, I could switch to this or that. So, oh, it's 81 milligrams. I don't even know what. So it's not 80, it's not 82, it's actually 81 milligrams. Hell, I've only been taking them for 10 years. You would think I would read the bottle. One of these days I'm gonna have to pay attention to my drugs, Gary, and read the label. I'm taking Flexeril this week. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's why he didn't know what I was talking about. But we finally got some low dosage, because I don't think it matters whether it's 80, 81, or 82, right? So as long as you take a low dosage, which helps with the blood thinning. So we did get some. They were expensive to get. OnePlus is asking, do you have baby oil? No, we don't have any babies in this house. We have no children whatsoever. Don't all men have some baby oil with them? I don't know about other men, but me personally, I don't have any. We don't have any kids. We don't have any babies. So it's multi-purpose. So would it run in my car? I mean, is it like motor oil? Because I have oil in my car. I have oil in my lawnmower. I have an old push lawnmower. But I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. But I guess people that have babies probably have it, because it's baby oil. Do you buy the baby oil for the baby, or do you get the oil from the baby? So is it kind of like almond milk, where you squeeze the shit out of almonds and you get a tiny bit of oil? So you squeeze the baby until you get a little bit of oil out of it? I'm not for sure how we come about with baby oil, whether somebody makes it or the baby makes it and you collect it. I don't know. You have to explain that one to me better. I don't know the science for it. How long do you cook the baby for? Yeah, well, there you go. Hell, Craig, you might be right. Is it used to cook babies with? Because, babies are kind of like turkeys. That's a good question, Craig. Good question. Thank you for that. My Retired Life too. What you cannot find in the store, you can always order COD online from Lazarda. That's right. Yeah, at least they have Lazarda there. I've been trying to convince Lorelai that she should call up Amazon and say, Amazon, I'm a U.S. Philippine citizen, dual citizen. I'm from the Philippines. I would like for you to hire me so that we can put Amazon in the Philippines. And I will be your point person in the Philippines. And by the way, all you got to pay me is, I don't know, $25 million a year. And I will help you get Amazon into the Philippines. So you think that would work? You think they would hire my wife to help them with that? I know you can get stuff from Amazon shipped to you in the Philippines, but it's going to cost you dearly. And I mean dearly. So right now, they're not there. But maybe someday. It's the same thing with Walmart. I tried her to go tell the big wigs at Walmart, hey, and she works for a logistics company now. You can order, right, Gary? The last one we were there, maybe it's changed already, but we could order from Amazon, but it costs way more from Amazon than Lazarda, and we would have to pay higher shipping cost. 3% of turnover. Yeah, there you go, Craig. I like the way you're thinking. Yeah. But I told her to do the same with Walmart. Go to Walmart, encourage them when she was a manager to open up a store in Cebu. You know, and she could be the point person, the bigwig. And now that she works for logistics, I've told her the same thing. You know, when that company, the logistics company, is ready to invade the Philippines, she can be the point person and make millions of dollars a year, and I can go fishing every day. We'll see how all that turns out. You know. But yeah, I know you can get Amazon there. I just know it costs, or it used to cost a whole lot more money than Lazarda did. And isn't there another one in the Philippines that you can use besides Lazarda? And I'm not thinking of Temu. That's not the one I'm thinking of. Abibaba? Shopee? Shopee. Maybe it's Shopee. But what about, isn't there another one called like Alibaba or something like that that you can use in the Philippines? Alibaba, something like that? Or am I just screwed in the head on that one? Man, I swore there was something like that in the Philippines. But yeah, Shopee was the other one. Okay, Craig's agree. Yeah, there's no, yeah. All right, so I'm not crazy I'm not as brain damaged sometimes as I feel. We only used Lazada. No, she used Shopee. Lorelai used both of them, is what she did. You know, and as strange as it may be, being an old guy, I've gotten to the point where I really like buying stuff off Amazon. I mean, hell, it's here in a day. You know, I don't need to go to Walmart. I can just order it off Amazon and, you know, it'll show up in a day or two. So why go to Walmart to buy this or that when I can just get it and have it shipped to me and sit outside my front door? So, man, I'm really starting to become one of those people. I don't know if I would ever want Walmart to do my grocery shopping. We did that before, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the Walmart people going around the store picking up my food and then bagging it up for me. I didn't like that. I didn't like them picking out which banana I was going to eat. So I was kind of weird about that. Gary says, we use mostly Shopee. My Filipino loves to shop online and order stuff. Boy, you're going to have to get 2 apartments before you know it. Yeah, COD is good. Only pay it if it turns up. I agree. And there's a lot of times it doesn't turn up. Jack was telling me the other day he was playing the COD game with something he ordered, and he keeps telling them that the guy, that Jack doesn't live there because I guess he doesn't want, I don't know. But he had somebody showing up at his house trying to collect money for something that he ordered that maybe he doesn't want anymore. And so he had his maintenance guy tell him, sorry, Senor Jack. Sir Jack is in Cebu. You know. Gary likes the COD. It's a good way not to over budget yourself or to over encumber yourself. Because if you don't got the cash, don't buy it. And look, there's a lot of financial schools of thoughts that 1,000% agree with. If you can use cash, use cash. And you know, Dave Ramsey, if you guys don't know who that is, he's really big on not anybody using credit cards. So we got 8 people in the background. So whoever's in the background, you come forward and leave us a chat and let us know what's going on in your world. We'd be happy to support you in your world. So yeah, that's going to be kind of an interesting thing. But that's what Dave Ramsey says, and I don't totally agree with everything he says, but he does have a lot of good points. And one of them is get to the point where you're not using credit cards to buy stuff, budget it, and pay cash. And quit buying a bunch of shit you don't need. You know, Americans are notoriously famous for buying a whole bunch of crap we don't need. Gary says it also takes away a lot of stress. In the US of A, you prepay and then worry about the item when it will come and if it's in good condition and all that. I agree with you to a point, Gary. For us, I use my Discover card on every order, and I have a couple of tricks I do. Discover is fantastic at disputing things, but every 2 years I close out my Discover card and I get a new Discover card because one, I want the new stuff, but two, that keeps that card from being hacked because I get rid of it. I close it out and say, no, let's close it, give me another one. I do that with all of my cards. A little secret a lot of people don't know. You can just call them up and say, I don't want to use this debit card anymore, send me another one. And they'll send you out another one. And so if it is gotten stolen or misused or you think it might be in a risky area, just call them up and get a new one. Some things you need a card to buy and pay it off every month. Yeah. Well, credit cards, I think, Dave Ramsey disagrees. He doesn't think you should have any credit cards, but I think having a credit card is a really good thing, especially if you get one with no interest and you can get some miles and points for it. But there are a lot of times, you know, that you do need to travel. And so a lot of people like Dave Ramsey uses an American Express card and they pay it off every month. But they can charge large amounts on it for like airline tickets and hotels and conferences and things like that. So I think you need to have a way to rental cars because hell, anymore, I went down to my little local lake here that rents little boats. Not only do they want a driver's license and a fishing license, but you got to give them a credit card. So I can't pay cash. They don't want cash. They want a credit card in case there's any damages to their boat so they can charge into my credit card. And that's even out of a little place where you can just rent a boat for, you know, the day. So in those cases, I think it's important. I think Dave Ramsey's off the base there. Yeah, we will be back to the Philippines for visits, absolutely. We have to decide what we're going to do with the land that we own in a couple of years. Whether we're going to build rental houses or we're going to sell that. We're going to buy some rental houses. Well, you know, my big plan is to be debt free, so Lorelei never has to worry about money when I'm dead. So part of that is I'm thinking about buying another rental house here, another unit in America that she can manage and have a side hustle business off of. We have the land in the Philippines, and we thought about building rental houses on it, but Lorelei really doesn't want to live in the Philippines again. So we'd have to hire somebody to manage the properties in the Philippines, which is risky. So right now, we will come back. We were supposed to come back this spring to a wedding, but we just can't do it. But we got to figure out what to do with that land. We're going to hopefully make a profit if we flip the lots. But to be honest, there's so many other places that we'd like to go on vacation to that we don't really see, for us, the Philippines as being a big vacation spot. We just don't see it. We've been there, done that, right? We've been there, done that multiple times. We would rather go to, you know, the Mediterranean, go to, you know, Australia, New Zealand. There's so many other places in the world to go for vacations versus the Philippines. Because the Philippines is fun and exciting for about a week or so, then it kind of gets boring for us because once you've seen the Philippines, you've seen the Philippines. And if you're not going over to hook up with a woman, and I'm not because my wife won't let me date women, then there's really no reason for us to go in the modern world because she can FaceTime with anybody she wants to talk to in the Philippines. They can pull it up on the big screen TV and it can be like they're just right there. And they can have fun and talk and laugh and giggle with her friends and all of those things because of technology. So we don't have any need or reason to catch a plane to go to the Philippines. Don't have any reason. We will eventually, but we don't have any reason to. Portugal, I'd like to go to Portugal. I think I've told you this, it's beautiful weather. Before I met Lorelei, even though I've been in the Philippine community since I was like 17, 18 years old, because of everybody I knew, I was going to retire in Panama. It was either going to be Central Florida or Panama is where I was going to retire after teaching, which would have been next year. If all would have went well, I would have retired from teaching next year in the year 25-25. So, or sorry, 2025, not 25-25. So next year, I was going to retire early and go to Panama or Florida to live if I was still single by myself. Panama speaks English, banking system like ours, good relationship like ours, weather better than ours, food's good, large expat people if you need anything, medical's good. So I did a lot of research on Panama. But I'd like to go to Portugal and Spain and Italy and all kinds of other places. The Mediterranean has free fireworks every night. Nice. Well, we're going to do a Mediterranean cruise is what I'm working on now. I haven't booked it yet because I'm kind of waiting for the Israeli and all that crap to kind of pan out a little bit before we book a cruise to Europe in any way, shape, or form. So if that continues to ravish, then we may punt and go on a different cruise. But we have and I'm not picking on the Philippines, and I don't mean anything bad about the Philippines, but once you've been there, you've been there. You know, there are a few places that we've been that we would want to go back because it's so cool. Grand Canyon's one. Aruba, we'd love to go back to Aruba. Man, that was a beautiful island. Spotless, clean. It was a blast. We had a good time in Aruba. So, we've been to the Bahamas. Who cares? We like to go to the Cayman Islands, maybe the Virgin Islands. I wanted to take a cruise out of Miami that goes from Miami to Los Angeles through the Panama Canal. I think it stops in 11 different countries. It's like a 14-day cruise. So there's just so many other places besides the Philippines to go. The other thing I know from living there with Lorelei and having so many other friends, when you're an ex-Filipina and you're married a foreigner now, you're not treated the same, and I think she realized that. I know a lot of Filipinas that don't want to go to the Philippines. They're like, no, our home is in America now. We don't have any reason. The Philippines that we grew up in is not that way anymore. And it's not, and they've changed as people. So you got two conflicting ideology. And they know that when they go back, they're not treated well. Family just wants the money. It's like, oh, now I'll tell you, Gary, a lot of them get off on the conquering hero syndrome, as I call it. A lot of Filipinos that I know here go to the Philippines as a conquering hero. Look at me, I'm married in America, I have a job, a house, 3 cars, 27 dogs, 19 cats. I am a hero, look at me. Until everybody in the Philippines is doing this, going, well, if you're the hero, then you need to buy me a new washing machine. Hey, hero, come over here and buy me a new scooter. Hey, hero, my house needs to be fixed. Hey, hero, hey, hero, hey, hero. And they come back going, They come back bitching and complaining about it. I'm like, man, I felt like shit because they treated me like shit in the Philippines. They treated me like a cash cow. And I'm just thinking, well, how do you think white people act or feel? My wife is the same, sick of them. Yeah, same here, same here. Craig has to go take a break. That is wrong image to project. What do you mean, Gary? What do you mean? What's the wrong image? So that's what happens. A lot of them, they don't like going home anymore. And they don't feel like it's their home anymore because they're going to be taken advantage of. And they feel obligated. And we had multiple ones this year. Oh yeah, we're catching a plane, we're going to the Philippines, man, we're so excited, life is great, look at us. Hoo-hoo, we're the conquering heroes of the Philippines. We're going back there. When they get back, they're like, fuck, never going back again. So that's why you got to understand what's your purpose to go to the Philippines. I don't see, Gary, and maybe this is maybe what people don't like sometimes because I speak my mind, but of all the places that I would want to go to for a vacation, Philippines is not in the top 50. It's not there. Project an image that you are better than other people. No, I agree with that, Gary, and that's part of the downfall, right? That's part of the failure in their psychology. They go back thinking, look at me, I'm this conquering hero. Then they get pissed when people say, okay, conquering hero, give us your money. So it is funny, Gary. I agree with you 1,000%. But I can't tell you over the years how many conquering heroes I've known that have gone to the Philippines and they've regretted it. So I agree with you, Gary. It's the wrong way to look at it. Now, there are the few that I know that go over on a regular basis to see mom, and they kind of just go in quietly, and they see mom and take care of some business in the Philippines, and they come back home, and there's never a big hoorah about it. I'm not seeking a vacation lifestyle. You're not. You're seeking a lifestyle or a lifelong residency. You're thinking of a residency. And we did that, and you know that. And we've been there on vacation, so we've done it both ways. We've done it both ways. And I think, it has to be in your mindset to do well. I've told everybody my personality didn't do great in the Philippines because I was too bored. I was bored shitless. We should have bought a resort. Now, hindsight's 2020. Gary, before we even landed, we should have bought a resort. We had the money, so we should have bought a resort, but we didn't because that would have gave me something to do. Gary says, ask your girlfriend what crab mentality is. Yeah, and that's the conquering heroing thing, right, Kiko? And thank you for being here, and thank you for the thumbs up, buddy. Is just that. They go back as, I want to pull people down, so therefore I am better than them. And until they learn that lesson the hard way, when they leave here, they all think that. Look, I'll tell you point blankly, Lorelai's sister, who's since coming to America as a teacher on a 3-year contract, her head is so ungodly gigantic that it would never fit in a plane again. And the way that she's treating her Filipino family as low-life servants is really disgusting. And she's holding every American dollar over their head because I'm telling you, it's gotten really sad that she's let the fact that she makes what she considers really good money as a teacher in Chicago. Now she is flaunting and bragging about how wealthy she is, but the family is going to have to kiss her ass to get anything. It's horrible. So it's horrible. That's why they bought a car last year, just so that she could say, yeah, I own a car. But yet, Yeah, it's just, it's really sad when that happens. And it's that crab mentality. And it's 1000% that, Kiko. You know, Gary, it just is. And her sister is, I don't know, it's just sad, you know. And what's going to happen? Eventually, the money goes away, is what I keep trying to tell them. Said money doesn't last forever. Everything costs money. So I just can't wait until she gets off of her phone plan. You know. So Kiko, how are you doing, man? Did you have a good day today? I took one of my muscle relaxers and I chilled out for most of the day until Lorelai woke up from her nap or from her sleeping to go to work, and then she wanted me to help her with arts and crafts for the Halloween party, and I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to be involved in your projects, so, you know, because I'm going to get in trouble if I tell you, hey, nah, that's not the way to do it. But other than that, it's been a good idea. But he's right, Gary. Crab mentality is horrible. But I feel bad for the women from here that go there and think, I am the king of the world. Well, if you're the king of the world, then you can pay everybody's bill. When you go out to dinner, you got to pay the tab for everybody. When you have 20 people show up at the airport to welcome you home, they're welcoming you home because they think your pockets are deep. Youngest daughter's birthday. Congratulations. Happy birthday to her. Went to a Japanese restaurant. My man, that's the best thing you can go. We had a wonderful chocolate cake. Nice. I love Japanese food. Craig is saying hello to you, Kiko. Kiko had chocolate cake. I haven't had cake in a while. I'm on a diet. But man, I haven't had good sushi in 3 months, though. I haven't had any good sushi in a while. So Kiko, did you have sushi? I want to drool. I want to dream of the sushi you had. Sanders says, happy birthday to your daughter, Kiko. Yeah, it's a great thing, man. Get those kids, let them celebrate their birthdays. And, you know, as we get older, birthdays are not as special, I guess, a lot of times. So, happy birthday to her. That's great news. It really is. Gary is saying, my girlfriend's sister, BD, is Saturday. Oh, birthday is Saturday. Cakes are great here. Looking forward. Which are you going to order? Are you going to order Goldilocks or Red Ribbon? We ate a lot of cakes in the Philippines. I mean, 1 or 2 a week, and we still lost weight. So, but who are you going to order? What are you going to order, Gary? Make me drool, Gary. All right. 17th birthday. Man, 1 more year to go, right? She's an adult. But she's always daddy's kid, so that's all right. I love sushi and eel. I love Japanese food. Or at least I hope I do. I don't know what I don't know if I don't know enough to know if I'm eating real Japanese or not, but Gary's gaining weight? Wow. Yeah, but you weighed like 10 pounds anyway. So wow. How much weight are you gaining, Gary? My buddy who got married, and his wife is here, you know, now. He's Filipino, U.S. citizen, and he married a Filipino nurse who was in Dubai. She's here now on the K-1 visa. They got married over a year ago. Man, I told him the other day, I said, you're looking a little chunky there, buddy. Craig says you need more exercise. You got to get, besides walking the neighborhood, you got to get some other exercise. Cut down on all that, the stuff that's making you gain weight. Yeah. But you can do it, Gary. But Gary looked like he could use a little pound or two. You know, Gary looked like he could handle 10 pounds and be okay. Yeah, Gary, that's a good thing to do. If you start weighing yourself like every other day, that will help you manage. You can always order from Lazada what do they call that? The Chinese diet pill. There's a really good Chinese diet pill on Lazada that you can order. 6'3" and 225? Well, for your age, that's all right. I wouldn't stress, but I would try to keep it there or below. Because you're not used to being a big, heavy person like me. Yeah, you got to kind of keep your frame where it's going. Well, this one you would like. It works really well. It's only one pill. And they say that it works really, really, really well. I mean, you can lose lots and lots of weight on it. So, anybody know what that Chinese diet pill is? The day will come, Gary. Yeah. You just got to find some hills to walk up, get some more exercise, I guess. Climb some stairs, you know. Quit eating so much pizza. Sanders is down 5. I'm down 26 in 4 months, 26 in 4 months, depending on which day. I can control my weight with eating. All right. 5'8", 215. Man, I wish I was 215. I haven't seen 215 since I was a sixth grader. I weighed 290 in high school to play football. Now, granted, I bench pressed 350 and my max was 450 the year later. But, man, I haven't seen 250. The lowest I've been is, as an adult that I can think of, is 268. Well, the thing about this pill, Gary, is what it is a tapeworm. So the tapeworm is, you know, kind of like in a dormancy state or dehydrated. It wakes up and consumes all your food. So therefore you can lose weight. You can eat all you want and drop some weight. So you just got to hope that you can poop it out in a month or two. Yeah, you got to stop drinking soda. My wife says soda's bad for you. So, yep, you got to quit drinking it. And that would probably do it. You know, I drink a lot of Gatorade in the Philippines, believe it or not. I drink a lot of Gatorade. We drink a lot of soda, but I drink a lot of Gatorade and a lot of purified water. So, and I drink a lot of the teas they had in bottles over there. So that's what I drank, a lot of the C2, which that has a lot of sugar in it. But when I was craving a soda, instead of drinking soda, I would drink like a C2, because all of that sugar in those would take care of that. But you'll get there, Gary. You probably only need to drop 5 pounds, right? Is that all you're probably thinking of? And you can do it though. 5 pounds, I'm trying to get caught up. Let me look at the news. I'm trying to check this industrial fire while we're talking. My girlfriend controls my consumption of Gatorade. Oh, wow. I love Gatorade personally. I like Fierce Grape is the one I like. I do like the orange and the lemon and lime, but I really like the grape flavored Gatorade. It helps you feel good, man. Well, it doesn't look like anybody died in the industrial fire so far. At least they're not saying anything. Michael says, I control my own consumption of Jack and Coke. How many fingers of Jack do you like in your Coke? What's your ratio? Water's good. Water's the best thing, but water gets boring. That's the bad thing about it. Water gets boring. Water gets boring. Gary likes the Bolt Blue. Yeah, I got some of that in the refrigerator. I like the grape better though. We, by the way the crow flies, maybe 2 miles, 2.5 miles. It's out now, they said. We could see the plume of smoke coming over our house. That's why I went outside earlier to check it out. So it's a waste management or recycling facility. And we know why it burned down, because it was time for them to have to pay a waste company to come and truly dispose of the waste they took in. And this way they can just burn the facility down, go bankrupt, and not have to spend the money. And the government will pick up the tab for cleaning up the leftover waste, which is us, the people. And they wind up making millions of dollars over the last 5 years, collecting everybody's hazardous waste and recyclables, hazardous waste, batteries. But now it's all burnt down to the ground, and they didn't have to pay to dispose of it. But they raked in millions of dollars collecting it. And then they'll just file bankruptcy tomorrow. It's not my first rodeo with this type of company and fire. You know, they all seem to burn down eventually. They all seem to burn down. But what I was, and you know that it was set intentionally because nobody got injured. There's no injuries, no reports of injuries. All the employees were, you know, evacuated immediately. So they probably had a meeting, right? Department meeting. Everybody come in for a meeting. Then the building, you know, oh, great, perfect timing. Nobody's out there. Great, let's burn the building down. So Gary says, I do not like the orange. I don't mind the orange. I like the orange. I like the lemon lime. I knew a guy that I taught school with, that or taught college with. He would put vodka in his lemon and lime, and that's how he got away with drinking and all day long until he got so bad as a functioning drunk that he couldn't function. But I knew a guy that did that. He carried around Gatorade all the time, but it was loaded to the hilt with vodka. Nasty. So I like Gatorade. I'm glad the University of Florida invented it. I'm very happy that they did that. But the C2 stuff, Gary, have you had the drinks like the apple or the lemon tea C2? In the Philippines, they taste wonderful, but they're loaded in sugars. It's a trick. It looks like it might be a healthy drink, but man, you pop that cap and you go, ooh, oh, this is good. But it's loaded in sugar. That's why it tastes so good. So just keep drinking your water and you'll be all right. You're going to do good, man. But as long as nobody got hurt by the fire, I guess that's the only plus, right? The building looks to be, well, they're quoting it as a total loss. What a scam. What a scam. That's all right. Yeah. Michael likes the fruit punch flavor Gatorade. I didn't like that. That wasn't my thing. Never got into that one. Never really liked. I don't like fruit punch though. I got to come up with a couple of drinks for the Halloween party though. Lorelai wants, we have these drink containers, fancy things, and Lorelai wants me to make some drinks in them. So I'm trying to debate if I'm going to make one like non-alcoholic drink, or if I'm just going to pour alcohol in both of them and let everybody sink or swim. She, when we went to the store the other day, she was going to make these eyeballs, I guess. I don't know exactly what the thing was. I was really confused because she's like, I need to buy some of that rum, pineapple rum, you know. And I'm like, okay, well, which type? Well, you know, what do you want? She's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, well, how much rum do you need? She's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, are you making a drink? What are you doing with the rum? She's like, well, they said that you got to dip this stuff in coconut rum. Yeah, coconut rum. And I'm like, okay, but I mean, stop. Explain to me with real words what you're trying to do. And they're like, well, they want their coconut rum cookie eyeball things. And I'm like, so why, and you got the ingredients were coconut cream and vanilla abstract and like little cookies. I'm like, well, why are you putting rum in them? She's like, well, I don't know, the recipe calls for coconut rum. I said, are you baking these? Because if you bake them, the rum's not going to do you any good. Long story short, we didn't buy any rum because it didn't, that cookie didn't need rum because it already had all the coconut in it. I don't know, it's just. Blueberry. Blueberry's good. Love apple flavor. Nice, apple. Kool-Aid. Go Kiko. Go Kiko. Yeah, we don't like Kool-Aid. But what, and that's where I was going with that. She said, if you mix tonic water and lime jello, it glows. It looks like it's glowing. I'm like, okay, well, how much tonic water and how much lime jello? Well, I don't know. I'm like, fuck. Then how much do I know to buy? You know, don't you have a freaking recipe? She's like, well, no, I just read it. That's what you mix together. And I'm like, all right, is it like 1-to-1? 50 parts to 1? What is it? So now I got to figure all that out. And tonic water, man, they were out of the cheap crap, so I spent $1.50 for a liter of tonic water. Kiko says, I was born on Halloween, so I know these things. That's right. I was born on Thanksgiving. Does that mean I know turkeys? So now I decided, I was like, look, fine. I'll do some research. I'll get a recipe. I'll get the ingredients, and I'll make you a couple of cool drinks. I don't know what I'm doing yet because I haven't bothered to look it up. But I'll make something limey looking. Maybe I'll put, you know, like some vodka in that. And then I'm going to make something. I was thinking about blue or red like punch for blood. And maybe I can put some rum in that. And then she has these little trays, like molds of human brains and guts and bats and things. So I'm supposed to make some jello, put in there, and then we're going to put the jello critters into the drink, floating around like there's human body parts floating around. So it does explain a lot, Craig, about Kiko. It does. Voodoo chili. I love chili. Furry says, hi, buddy. Hi, guys. Everybody say hello to Furry. Jack's not here, so Jack can't bitch and complain about things. So that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I love chili. I need to make some chili. I love chili. But I'm not making anything for this Halloween party. I'm leaving it up to them. Last time I did something, they stole it. They took my pork belly. So I'm not making anything. I'm paying the bill. I'm just not making anything. We're going to let them figure out the food issue. And I'm going to stand by and let them decorate. I'll make the 2 drinks. I'll go to the liquor store or Walmart and I'll buy some rum and vodka and make a couple of drinks. I'll make them nice and strong. I'm not buying the fancy Kahlua to have them make these other drinks. Now, we're gonna make drinks where if you drink it, you're gonna catch a buzz. I'm not making fancy. I'm making, something that when you take it out and you take a swig of it, it's gonna go, whoo! So maybe I'll put like a liter of vodka. They're only 1 gallon jugs, 1 gallon containers, each one. So I would think a liter of alcohol in the gallon would be about the right ratio for them to drink. Liter of vodka, liter of rum. And of course, they're going to have a whole bunch of wine and other drinks. Maria is here. Good morning to you, Maria. How are you? I think Maria, H2N, the good man Henry, hasn't been in. I think he's somewhere else tonight. But Maria has a little bit of a thing for Henry, don't you, Maria? Which is okay. We support that. We encourage you to check him out and to, if he's going to come to the Philippines, maybe you guys can meet up. Kiko said, hello, Plymouth Fury. Get it? Yeah, we got it. It's a car thing. Yeah, we know it's Fury. I just like to say furry. Jack was pissed the other day, but we don't care what Jack thinks. So, Jack got mad at Dennis this morning too. So, they got pissed off at Dennis this morning. Jack's been getting angry a lot. Jack, we're talking about you if you're listening. Jack's been getting angry a lot lately. Furry and furry, that's right. I like furry because it's a positive word. Fury, to me, is a negative word. So I like to say furry. That's my channel, my butchery. Craig says stressed. Kiko says hello to you, Maria. And Maria has a good channel. If you ever want to drop anything, Maria, you're welcome to do it. We encourage Furry to go check everybody's channel out. And I appreciate the thumbs up as you came in. But yeah, he got mad at Dennis this morning. So, because Dennis was with us hanging out this morning for a while. So now Henry has 2 hot chicks waiting for him in the Philippines when he gets there. So, Maria, you got some competition, but it may not be any competition. You never know. But Maria, we appreciate you being here. I don't mind. I don't mean to put you on the spot too much there. So, only 2 that we know of. Only 2. You got Bai and you got young Maria here. Craig, when's the last time you had a furry? Oh, God. Man, Kiko, you know, a lot of furries are the creatures that run around in the costumes, but I think I know what you're talking about. And I have one every day, so. It took 6 years to convert, so 14 years ago. There you go. Michael likes that. I don't mind a furry, so I'm better off with a furry. I prefer the furry. I prefer it that way. Yeah, guys, keep your mind out of the gutter. That's not what Kiko meant at all. Kiko didn't mean that. He didn't mean it at all, did you, Kiko? I don't know how people get into those furry costumes, though. You know, the conferences and the whole thing where they pretend to be animals and go meet up in Las Vegas. Furry says, I prefer trimmed. I agree, trimmed, but not gone. That's how I am. I prefer not gone. But everybody has his own taste in life. And just depends. Maybe it doesn't really matter what we think, you know. Maybe the women folk have a different thought on it. Well, Kiko, you might be right. It might be an Aussie slang for something totally innocent, but we know it's not. I might be 7 foot tall, but I'm not, right? There you go. You know, I might be the best looking man on YouTube. Oh, wait, now that's probably true. That's probably true. So, there you go. Craig says, I'm totally innocent. You're right, Kiko. I don't think you're innocent. Man, I'm probably the only innocent one on, or Maria, who's probably ran and hid now, because we probably scared her away. You know, we don't seem to get many girls sticking around on our live streams very much. They kind of come in and go, oh man, these men, I better go run and hide from these men. But you guys do whatever your wife tells you to do. When it comes to that, I guess, right? Do we leave it up to them? Or do you think we all should get an input in that? Get a say in that? Real men. Real men. We are all real men in this world, at least in our own minds. So, real men drink Bush. Is that what you're trying to say? I will be doing longer videos today of the houses in my neighborhood. Nice. Some nice houses, some nice gates, but houses close together. Very long video. Do not get many video views. They don't. Shorts gets a lot more. They do. Long views only get a handful of videos. I mean, even if they're really good, it's not the way it goes. So I got a couple of videos coming out that are long, and I do them because I think it's appropriate to keep doing them, but I don't count on them getting any traction. That's why Ronald is so smart. Needs to get out now before it gets too hot. There you go. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping this up in a couple minutes anyway. Not to get bitten by any guard dogs. That's right. And remember, we're going to do StreamYard tomorrow night at 7. So, Gary, remember that. Kiko, everybody. You guys remember, tomorrow we're going to do StreamYard at 7. So, Ronald's the only real man in the Philippines. Just ask. But yeah, Gary, we appreciate you, buddy. Enjoy your day. And go to the bank, hide your money, enjoy that 1 hour wait in line to the ATM machine. 7 Central. That's right, 7 Central. Michael, yeah, we hope you get here tomorrow. 7 p.m. Central USA time. So we'll be going about this time, but we start at 7. Very what StreamYard. It's called StreamYard, but you don't have to worry about it. You just go to YouTube to my channel and it'll be on there also. StreamYard is a platform that allows people to come up in a panel format so that you can have people face to face with each other. It's really cool and it works really easy. So all you have to do is come to the live stream and there's a link if you want to be brought up into the panel to be one of the guests on the panel, which you're welcome to do. And you click that link and you come into what they call the backstage, is where I manage it. And then I approve or disapprove who gets to come up into the panel. But other than that, it's just like this on YouTube. There's nothing much different. You'll just see a bunch of more people up with my face. So we'll have kind of like I don't know, a bunch of pictures of people up there. So I hope that helps the explanation. I think that was a decent one. Those dogs are behind the fence. I will not go there. Good. 11 a.m. at Craig's time. 9:27 a.m. here. All right. Where is there? Craig's at 11 a.m. Panel of 6 or 10. That's correct. You can have a max of 6 or 10 and minus 6. So, and we go about 2 hours starting at 7 USA Central Time. But you don't have to come up in the panel to participate. You'll still have a bunch of people over in the chat, just like tonight, that don't want to come up and participate. So those that want to, they can. Those that don't, they don't have to. So that's how we use it. Waxy's in the house. Thank you. Good to see you from this morning. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in. And so that's at 7 p.m. tomorrow. I'll probably do an early morning live stream again in the morning, but we'll do our big StreamYard one with the panel at 7 p.m. on Thursday nights is what we do every time. So, Waxy, appreciate you being here. But we're wrapping this one up for now. But we will be back tomorrow twice, probably in the morning for a little bit, and then in the evening at 7. So hopefully we will see all of you guys there. And we appreciate everybody being here. Everybody be safe, take care, relax, and enjoy. Until then, I will be driving then, mate. You're going to be driving. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe driving. Putting in the hours. All right, guys. Take care. Appreciate everybody. Thanks for all the thumbs ups.